Oh, yeah, going out. Figure I'll make a video just as I'm walking. So I figure I'll do some talking, but yes, there are a lot of leaves. The microphone's starting to fail on this camera. There's no Band-Aid. It's going to rain. It's just not a great idea. But I've been trapped indoors all day, so fuck it. I'm going out. So I did watch a couple of these Anaconda-Vod videos. He basically says, as overtly as you could say it, pretty much, logic, what's in it for me? So that's his opinion of logic. You're not going to sell it to him unless he has a what's in it for me. He has to get his profit out of it. And yeah, that's exactly what logic is for, is to enhance our productivity in the world, not to enhance our self-interest. You almost don't need too much logic to figure out what's in your self-interest. My self-interest is pretty much to take this club and whack every fucking human I see, except for the hot chicks. There, that's the extent of the logic I need to be a good animal, a successful animal. Done. So yeah, obviously, if that's as far as you're thinking, what's in it for you, then yeah, fuck it. I waste my time having conversations. But again, what's the point anyway? Because he's still playing the same word game. No words exist except the ones he speaks. Those words have meaning. Okay, so when he talks of tyranny, scary, scary concept. But if you speak of suffering and death, they don't mean anything. They go away. They disappear from the face of existence. But somehow his tyranny doesn't. His tyranny is some sort of, reality that doesn't go away. Doesn't make any sense, right? Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So why am I communicating? Because there's no one else saying anything on this stupid medium. Yeah, it really is quite amazing. 7 billion people on Earth. And I have to communicate with a complete psychopathic lunatic who can't even use consistent language. It really is a little bit amazing. So yeah, I'll stop doing that. I stopped watching Snake Plissken's video, so I'm sort of proud of that, or whatever, Rizzle Dizzle, or whatever the fuck he is. So yeah, I can break habits, but being thrown back to Piro or Professor Anton's last video, there's no point in watching them either, right? I'm going to worry about extra sensual. Yeah, extra sensual. That might even be a better word. Let's go beyond sensual to the extra sensual. It's just, these conversations are just so useless. There's properties and categories, properties and categories, properties and categories. How many times do we have to say that over and over and over again? That's all there are. You identify things and try to accurately put them like, green stuff and green stuff and green stuff and green stuff. Yeah, you put that all in the green stuff category. And then you subdivide the green stuff category into the stuff that might be green poo and the stuff that might be a plant. So you put the poo and the plants in different categories. It's just not that complicated, is it? No, not that complicated. So yeah, it gets a little bit complicated when you try to figure out what good is, efficient is, productive is, because that's that thing where you got to do that vision thing. You gotta see way into the future to be able to know what the real impact is of something, the real impact, the complete impact. And so yeah, that takes a little more work. You have to make yourself a little model in your brain of how things will play out, and you figure out whether good idea, bad idea. I have a bald tire on my car. Should I drive on it? Can I model, my tire blowing up and my car flying into some little kid playing ball? Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Maybe I should get my tire fixed, right? We can do this. We can do this. And these naysayers who say, whoa, we can't figure that out. That's too complicated. Figuring out implications and consequences and probabilities. Ooh, No. What's in it for me? Yeah, fuck this. Oh, this is so bad. It just is. It's just, you couldn't get more dismal in terms of trying to find an intelligent conversation. It's just not available with atheists. That's a joke, right? I thought Christians were dumb. Holy shit. Man. Yeah, I mean, it surprises me. Most atheists are not intellectual. Most atheists, I mean, that's the funny thing about Antikantavad, right? He keeps citing all his authors and all his, I've traveled the world, and he's traveled the world, and what has he figured out? I should be a selfish fuck. Yeah, that's the answer. Selfish fuckery. So you travel the world, and that's the best you can do, is what's in it for me. That's the big life lesson. I mean, again, all I can do is make a face like I just smelt the smelliest thing in the earth. Yeah, so that's all I can see. Holy shit. Brain fucking fart, Antikantavad. Fucking horse. Goddamn shit. That's all you've got for your education. Man. So, yeah, so there's nothing, I really can't argue insane drivel. So if you have any, a little bit of action going on in your brain, I think you might be able to figure out that the dynamic of our lives is a little more complicated than what's in it for me. And that all these issues and subjects and conversations have importance because sentient humans and animals will be implicated by the judgments and determinations we make. And I guess I could argue that somehow it will be socially fail if everybody walks around going, what's in it for me? But I mean, if I have to make that argument, you'd almost say, no, it's not possible. Teletubbies know that that's stupid. Fucking Teletubbies, obsessed with porridge, can figure out that that won't work. So if these people are that stupid, if I have to, well, I do have to, right? How many videos have I had to make explaining that suffering sucks, and they still can't figure it out? You can't draw them a picture. You could rub their nose in something screaming in horror, and they'd still go, what's in it for me? Yeah, so, anyway, there just really isn't any point to the conversation at this point. I have to find somebody else to argue with. Somebody with some kind of functioning brain who's not a sociopath. Yeah. There's no point in reforming sociopaths. I guess I can also, at least I figured out that part. That people talk about reclamating and all that stuff, but yeah, fuck it. If whenever we catch a sociopath, just squish it like a bug, because it's just going to play word games forever. It's going to keep saying, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? I wanted, I took, so what? I wanted, I took, so what? Squish it like a bug. Well, you should squish it worse than a bug, because bugs aren't sociopaths. They're not, you can't even imagine an intelligent bug stupid enough to be a sociopath. I mean, even if you were to give bugs some kind of intelligence, you'd likely end up giving them too much intelligence to be a sociopath. Anyway, at least I do. I tend to do that. As soon as something can speak a language, I'm going to assume it knows that suffering sucks and that the game isn't what's in it for me. It's more complicated than that. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful day now. Well, it's okay. A little cloudy over there, but it's okay over there. That little spot there is good. Everywhere else kind of sucks. Anyway. But it's good enough for the smacking of the golf ball. And doing a little running. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll talk to you later and such. And whatnot. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go that way? Or do I want to go that way? I haven't gone this way in a while. It's a nice little, it's a little more challenging because you really have to avoid those trees. Yeah. Have to hit this ball straight and such. Anyway, till next time. Yeah, I guess it's an add-on video. Yeah, I did a video yesterday. Didn't publish it yet. So yeah, I think I'll just put some pieces together. Similar lament, I think. I think I was just lamenting, that you can't really... There's no point in having a conversation with people who are disconnected from reality altogether and are just arguing that we don't have to take anything seriously because we can't know anything. It's all a big if. If this tree is a tree, and if this ground is ground, and if the earth is an earth, and if to everything. And well, clearly it just entirely breaks reality, breaks any notion of commitment to anything, right? If you're confused, if you don't know what the right answer is, sometimes there's no right answer, right? You got curtain A, box B, and whatever, dome C. So you got a choice between three things, and you don't know anything about them, and so yeah, you don't know what to do. But that's not where we are. We're not in any kind of circumstance where we don't have some really reliable, assumptive, presumptive knowledge. Certainly, the reality of this experience is this experience. You can't deny the reality of it, even if it's a dream or a wind-up clock in some little kid's bedroom in some other universe or some bullshit like that. It doesn't matter whether this is fake or not. It's pretty fucking real fakeness. So what's the difference? No difference at all. We certainly know where we came from, evolution. There's no rational way to turn that into a fraud, unless you come up with a cartoon character. Simon Barr's Sinister has fooled everybody into believing in evolution. And then you got the whole problem of, well, if we didn't evolve, then you have some soap opera in space that involves what? The eternal silly force? Yeah, the eternal silly force is playing silly games with sentient creatures forever by silly force rules. It wasn't invented by anything. No God gave birth to it. It just always was and has always been silly and never does anything that isn't silly forever. That's coherent. Intelligent people should have to reasonably have conversation in this context where let's just make up any preposterous stories possible and then compare the preposterous stories and then completely ignore this reality. Let's just waste all our time making up comic book characters and having them fight each other. And call yourself what? Intelligent life in the universe? Yeah, I don't think so. I can just say the word amazing. I don't know what else am I supposed to say? It never even occurred to me to go here. The idea of a God was already preposterous enough with a heaven and everything, and you even had eyewitnesses to that nonsense. At least you had some witnesses. You don't even have witnesses to your fables. This stuff is you're admitting you're making it up. These what ifs, you're just making them up. And I'm supposed to take it seriously. I'm supposed to say, oh, this is a real dilemma. We can't choose which curtain. We can't see the difference between the reality and nonsensical, made-up nonsense. Whatever. Yeah, we're done now, right? I mean, there's nothing to do but get our uniforms for the war, right? Because I can't live with idiots, and you're just too much of an idiot if you're not going to sit there and concede to reality. Fuck you. Yeah, we can't live on the same island. I won't tolerate your presence in my lifeboat. One of us has to go overboard. Because you're too stupid, too dangerous. You don't know up from down. You don't know a knife in the ass, from a kiss on the cheek. Well then, yeah, you're too fucking stupid, okay, to interact with me. You can't tell that suffering sucks and that cupcakes are yummy. Fuck you. We can't live on the same planet. Anyway, I may or may not return. It'd be funny if they find the camera here hidden centuries from now. That guy had it all right. We're full of shit, aren't we? Anyway, better get back in the hovercraft and tell everybody we're full of shit. Anyway, till next time. And such, so forth and whatnot. Yeah, guess I survived. Anyway, yeah, I'm back. Don't know if there's much news since the last time we spoke. Any new perspective? Think. No. Yeah, I guess this kind of thing, like, you figure there's got to be, there's real intellectuals. You see them at conferences and stuff, and they really don't sit around the conference, spend the whole time debating whether apples really exist, whether you're making a concession to the existence of logic when you use words in the first place. You've already kind of conceded to the presence of properties and categories, as words are basically descriptions of properties and categories. Yeah, you just don't see them wasting their time doing that. So I guess there's some rational people. I certainly know the dumb people of Earth certainly don't waste any time doing this. They just get to the... Unfortunately, they're just too stupid to have an intelligent conversation, about complex interrelationship. They're just selfish because they're too stupid to be anything else. They can't even figure out they have a psychology. That they can't even see the crooked wheels in their own head. They just go wherever they're pointing. But yeah, maybe that's a better conversation, a better target. Even the dumbest people on Earth are more susceptible to a rational conversation than insane intellectuals who have annihilated reality and say things like, if the Earth exists, and it's a big if. It is? The Earth existing is a big if. It is? That should trouble me? I should be in some doubt? I should waste some portion of my neurological energy contemplating the alternative possibilities of non-Earth? No, I shouldn't. It just hurts to even try to do that. The only thing you can come up with is something preposterously silly. Anime or something. Ghostly, hobgoblinish, sparkly covered cupcakes. Floating cupcakes. Yeah. Why would I do that to my brain? Now I could feel the damage just right now, contemplating the floating sparkly cupcake that is the replacement for Earth. Yeah. So, anyway, and all to avoid simply taking responsibility for the fact that being alive means it will cost something for your existence. It won't be free. You will interact with other people. You may well hurt them substantially. You will interact with a biosphere that is every day grinding up little creatures in a brutally horrific manner, treating them with no mercy and no respect, and no dignity, just squishing them hard and in the most ugly manner. And that's our reality, is that it's expensive to be alive, and to avoid the bill, you people are going to pretend you're not eating in a restaurant. The food wasn't food. That you don't owe anybody anything. Amazing. And these are pro-lifers. The ingrateful pro-lifers. It really is quite funny. I have no reason to be grateful. I have no reason to even take responsibility, because I'm not the one suggesting one more step in the direction of continuation. Let's let it all just wind the hell down. But these pro-lifers who claim they don't know what's going on claim to know it's worth it. Isn't that ironic? They don't know what the truth is. They don't know that we're on an earth hurling through space. That they're uncertain of. But they do know life is good. Yeah. That they do know. Really. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not ironic. It's duplicity and hypocrisy in the name of self-interest. And that's all it is. It's low character. Yeah, it's really low character. Okay. Probably enough. Oh, I can't get in this way. Ooh, my lovely poison ivy. Ooh, pretty. I guess it's not poison ivy. It's got 5 leaves. Yeah, it's pretty though, ain't it? It is just charming as fuck. I like it, whatever it is. It looks ominous. It does look a little scary. But just the nicest little, not too colorful. Yep. I like it. Cat. He's not too colorful either. What you doing, buddy? What you doing? Farting in the wind? Confusing yourself? Yeah, cats. There's a leaf on, you had a leaf on your head. You had a leaf on your head. Anyway, I know, shouldn't mock a cat. It's a low character to mock a cat. Ooh, sign of caterpillar. I don't see one though. Give it a little squish just in case. Yeah, still got some flowers. Yeah, they're just not as, they're just kind of pale compared to what they were. But still lovely. The occasional, pizzazz of something. These things I didn't intend to grow, but apparently they were in the pile of seeds I had saved from some other plant. So I ended up growing them anyway. So I grew those from seed. Yeah, very clever of me to do that all by myself. Look at that, I got a sunflower. Really late. A little sunflower. Oh, that's funny. Yay for my team. Bravo. Yeah, so I did a lot of things this year without doing it on purpose. I still don't know why these marigolds do this funky thing. I haven't figured that out. They don't flower, they just do this fuzzy thing without the flower, which seems quite invidious, insidious, and nasty. I mean, I have one of them, that marigold has a ton of buds on it. None of them are flowered yet, but if they're just going to be these things, no point. I mean, it should do this. It should turn into a flower. Anyway, what else is, anything else out here? This thing was really spectacular like 2 weeks ago. And it just kind of went, the color faded, and just kind of weird. So I was going to put it in the front. I said, wow, this thing is so spectacular. Time to move it to the front of the house. And it just went, I don't know what the fuck this stuff is. I hope it does something more than that. That's not very impressive. It's just kind of, junk. But it might just be one of those kind of junk plants, just to fill in some space. Fill in the spacer. So, anyways. Successful garden year, I'd say, overall. Not enough tomatoes, but... And we really should have been a boom year. So I was so far ahead this year. It's really kind of disappointing. Okay, so it's a little bit disappointing, but still it was success. Successfully disappointing. Oh, wait, enough of a video. Alright, anyway, till next time. Such. Before the one time. So much to fix here. I don't want to do it.